Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video. In this supplementary video we're going to be looking at the cosine rule, and in this case, instead of deriving it as we did in the last video, we're going to look at how to practically use the cosine rule. So we'll remember the cosine rule says c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. Now we're given a triangle here, and we're given two lengths and the angle in between the two lengths. So we remember this is side angle side, so we know this triangle is solvable. But when you see a triangle and you're given two lengths and the angle in between the two lengths, that just screams cosine rule to you. So let's use this cosine rule and let's get this length C here. In fact, let's label the other lengths. Let's arbitrarily say that this is length A and this is length B. So that will make this angle B and this angle A. It's always the angle that's opposite the length has to have the same label, and this is going to be angle C. So c squared is equal to 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 6 times 8 times the cosine of 30 degrees. Now we could argue that we could do some of this in our heads. We could say, well, 6 squared is 36, 8 squared is 64, 36 plus 64 is 100, and then we subtract from that 2 times 6 times 8. Well, 6 times 8 is 48, times 2 is 96. Cos 30 degrees is root 3 over 2, so that halves the 96 back to 48. So that's 48 root 3, so that's 100 minus 48 root 3. But we're going to need a calculator anyway, so we might as well just use the calculator. Okay, so I have my scientific calculator. I'll make sure that it's set on degrees. So 6 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 6 times 8 times 30 cosine is equal to 16.86, and then we need to get the square root of that. So that's 4.1. So this C will be 4.1. Now we can use the cosine rule to get one of the other angles. Let's pick angle A. So we can now say that A squared is equal to that's B squared, so that's let's just say B squared plus C squared minus 2bc cos A. So let's plug the numbers in. So 6 squared is equal to 8 squared plus 4.1 squared minus 2 times 8 times 4.1 times cos A. Okay, so rearranging, 6 squared minus 8 squared minus 4.1 squared divided by negative 2 times 8 times 4.1 is equal to the cosine of A. And again, it's calculator time. Okay, so I have my calculator, so we can just plug these numbers in. So 6 squared minus 8 squared minus 4.1 squared is equal to negative 44.81. And then I've got to divide by, and I'm going to say open brackets, if I can find my open brackets, here we go, and that's negative 2 times 8 times 4.1, and that's negative 65.6, and that's equal to 0.683079 whatever. And now all we need to do is find the arc cosine, or the inverse of the cosine. So if I click inverse and then cosine, making sure I'm on degrees, and that's 46.91 or 46.92. Well, let's just say 46.9. So that's 46.9 degrees. And lastly, to solve this triangle, we just use the angle sum theorem to get B. So angle B is just equal to 180 degrees. All the internal angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, minus 30 degrees, minus 46.9 degrees. Well, we don't need a calculator. 180 minus 30 is 150. That's 150 degrees minus 46.9 degrees. Well, 46.9 is very nearly 50, so this, if we just add 3.1, that's going to make 50. So this is 103.1. So that's 103.1 degrees. And that's the triangle solved. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. I'd like to wish you all the best with your revision and all the best with your exams. And I look forward to seeing you in another video.